We are on day 3, which is on 16th September 2024. Yeah, good morning, Pat. Yeah. So now, in the last class, we finished our keywords and we started coming into the networking concepts, and where we started our first topic, which is OSI layers. So what we are going to do today, we are going to cut the OSI topics into chunks of topics, and we're going to join them later. The first one is OSI layers, open source interconnect. Okay, already we have seen what are the names of the each layer. We have done the 7 layers names in the last class. Today we are going to see the data formats. What are the data formats? So now coming to layer wise, the first one is data formats of each layer. Data format of each layer. So how do you handle this data format of each layer? Coming to the 7th layer. The 7th layer, we call it as application layer. And the data format is here. Whatever data you give, that will be a data here. I will show you example what is it. Okay, just 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Coming to 6th layer. Okay, it is presentation layer. Presentation layer. And the data format will be same data. What is this data? I'll talk to you. Coming to 5th layer, the same. I'll come to 4th layer, then you'll understand the difference. This is called session layer, and the data format will be data. What is this, Kiran? What is it exactly means? For example, to make you understand, I'm giving a message. Let us take a message called, hi, how are you? Don't take this as a real time. Just to make you understand, I'm giving this example. This is my data, the complete data. So now what happened? When I'm pushing into my application, this data will be same like this. No change. No change, no deletion, no separation, nothing. Similarly. But when I comes to the 4th layer, okay, when I come to the 4th layer, which is my transport layer, okay, the data will be termed into segments. You have to remember this, very important from here, okay. What happens until now, the data will be normal, no issues on what is happening or things. Now, when I go to the transport layer, it converts into segments. What is this segments? Okay. For example, I have a message which is called, hi, how are you? Now what happens? This data will be divided into small parts like this, separating. Now the data is same, but the data got separated. Hi into one segment, R into how into one segment, R into one segment, U into one segment. These are called segments. Now what happened? Your chunk of data is divided into small parts like this. These parts are called segments. This happens in your 4th layer, that is a transport layer. Every transport layer will do segmentation. What is segmentation? Dividing the chunk of data into slowly into small parts. Once you divide this, now what happened? You have seen the things in 7th, 6th, 5th. All these 3 layers, the data format is data, no issues. When coming to my fourth layer, my data format is segments. Now comes the part. Once segment comes, until here, no issues. Then comes the third layer, guys. The third layer, which is a network layer, very important thing. Okay, what happens? In the network layer, the format of data will be as packets. Very important. What is a packet? Now, if you remember, in the fourth layer, what happened? In the fourth layer, what's the data format, Nano? What is the data format in fourth layer?
Segments.
Segment. So this is your segment. Okay, for example, take this is high, your segment. Now what happened? To this segment, there will be two things added. One is a tail, one is a header, like this. What is this? In this, they will give you source IP and destination IP. This is the thing. Means to this segment, they will say, bro, you have to go from this IP address to this IP address. Once a source IP and destination IP are mapped, okay, the whole set with that segment, this is called as packet. Means the segment given a header from where it has to go and where it should reach. If it gives the source IP address and destination IP address, then that segment will be converted into packets. Okay, this is networking layer. Network layer, this data format. Now coming to the fourth layer, that is second layer. My second layer is called data link layer. In the data link layer, I will get a data called a format called frames. Frames. Okay, I get a data format called frames. What is this frames? We'll see this. Now what happens, see, if you remember, first thing is there is one segment, the blue color called segment. This is segment. Hi. To this segment, we added destination IP, source IP. I'm writing in a short form. Okay. This is source IP. This is destination IP. Now what it is called? It is called as packet. Now to this packet, I am adding one more thing like this. That is called, what is the destination MAC address? What is the source MAC address? I added a new concept here. This is source MAC address and destination MAC address. Now, once I add this, the whole set combination of all this, okay, this will become a frame. Am I clear? Team, am I clear?
Yes.
Please. Yeah. So what happened? Whatever data you are sending, your data from the physical application layer, presentation layer, session layer. First three layers, there'll be no changes, no difference, nothing. But coming to your fourth layer, which is your transport layer, your data gets divided into chunks of data, which is called segments, the blue color one. So that segments will be coming to the network layer. In the network layer, they will add a source IP and destination IP for each and every segment. Then they converts into packets. Now, once they converted into packets in the second layer, okay, your packet, which is containing the source IP and destination IP, will be added with destination MAC address and source MAC address. Then the combination of this source MAC address with source IP with the segment with the destination IP and with the destination MAC The whole setup is called frame. Okay, this is called frame. So now you came to know the layers. Now, if you can talk to the things, you can help me out very easily. What is the name of seventh layer? That is called application layer. Very good. What's the data format here?
Data.
Data. No change. The data will be as it is. Now, when I come to the sixth layer, which is called presentation layer, and the data format is again,
Data.
sorry, it is called data. When I come to the fifth layer, which is my session layer, the data format is called again data. Now comes the fourth layer, which is my transport layer, and the data format here is segments, which will be divided into parts. Okay. Now, what is third layer? Which is your network layer. In the network layer, the data format is packets, which adds your destination and source IP. Now comes your second layer. When I'm talking to the second layer, which is my data link layer, okay, this is called as frames, where the packet will be added with a destination MAC and source MAC. The first layer, okay, the first layer, which is called physical layer. The data format is very clearly bits, one zeros. Everything will be converted bits. 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, like that. Any doubts until this? This is very, very important team. When we are going to do our network analysis or traffic analysis in some cases, if you don't know what is the data format in each layer, you people are going to suffer a lot. Okay, please. This is very important. Any doubts in this, you can clear it here itself. Am I clear with data formats, everybody?
So
Yes.
which layer is to give the 0101 digital code?
Sorry, come again.
Which layer they start the
Physical
digital
layer.
code?
Physical layer.
Physical layer. Oh, okay.
Yeah. That are called bits. We call it as physical layer. Okay. So any doubts with this? Anybody? Please. Sure. Done. Great. So now if you see OSI layers, you people have finished names of the each layer. In the second topic, you finished data formats of each layer. Now the third one we will see is operations in each layer. Operations in each layer. Operations in each layer. Evading. What are the operations in each layer? My seventh layer. My seventh layer is called application layer. To just make you familiar, I'm writing multiple times. Okay. The data format here is data. Coming to the operations. What are the operations of this seventh layer? First one. Web browsing. You do web browsing using this. Okay. You do file transfer. These are the general operations. File transfer. And you perform web browsing. Excuse me. File transfers. Next, emailing, emails. Then you do remote connections. These are the I'll explain you each and everything. I'll come there when I'm teaching protocols back. Okay, write this. We'll come back. Seventh layer applications. In the application layer, these are the basic operations we perform here. Web browsing, file transfer, and emails and remote connections. Then coming to sixth layer. The sixth layer, which is called presentation layer. Okay, the data format is data. Okay, the operations here are, okay, encryption, decryption, compressing of data. What is compressing? Means here you encrypt the data, or decrypt the data, or compress the data, a high quantity of data into low quantity. There's memory. There's these three things we perform in sixth layer. I'll explain, guys. I'll come again with each and everything. Just write down. Go on. When we look at the protocols now, each protocol will be linked to one operation. Then you'll understand each and everything, what I'm trying to say. Just write down now. It will take one more day to understand back. We'll come back. Yeah. Sixth layer. So next fifth layer. Fifth layer, which is called session layer. The session layer, the data format is data. The operations of session layer are first one, session initiation, very important. Session initiation. Next one is authentication, authorization. These are simple. Authentication, authorization. These are the three operations which takes place in fifth layer. Okay, this is fifth layer. Coming to fourth layer. Sorry. Coming to fourth layer. The fourth layer is called transport layer. Where the data format, what is transport layer data format, guys? Transport layer data format.
Segment.
Very good. Segments. So the operations of transport layer are first one, segmentations, error correction. I'll explain all this with some examples. Flow corrections. Just write down with one layer. When we are going down, we'll check this. Segmentation, error corrections, flow corrections. Finished? Next, third layer. Third layer, which is a network layer. What is the data format in network layer?
Packet.
Good. The operations of network layer is only one and only one operation, that is called routing. That's it. Similarly, we'll see second layer also here. second layer which is called data link layer, and the data format is frames. And there is only one and only one operation which is called switching. Very important here, this concept. Why I'm spending a minute of each and every clear detail here is, once you understand OSI layers, your 30 to 40% of understanding cybersecurity is done. You will know how he's attacking, what is the pattern he's attacking, why, everything through OSI layers only. So these are the physical layers, general operations. Okay, physical connections like this. No need to worry on that. Okay, these are your operations. Now, if you see, you people have completed three different topics. One is names of each layer. Second is data format of each layer. And the third one is operations of each layer. You have done with each and everything now. Then the fourth one, very important one, is protocols of each layer. Write down. Protocols of each layer. Protocols of each layer. What is a protocol? First of all, protocol means a set of rule. Means we have to follow like this only. That is called protocol. I'll give an example to you. What is a protocol? You take a house. It is a house. In this house, I'm having a hall, dining hall, a kitchen, a storeroom, a washroom, one bedroom, again a bedroom. These are my general house, my house. Okay, this is hall, this is dining hall, this is kitchen, this is a storeroom, this is washroom, bedroom one, bedroom two, like this. Now, in this house, if I need to cook some food, I I want to cook some food. In which room can I cook my food? I know the question is very idiotic, but I want the answer. In these rooms, if I want to cook some food, in which room I'll cook a food? Why
Kitchen.
kitchen? Why?
But that is where we design where we need to cook, where we put our gas and
Okay,
the cooking tools.
It
great.
has all the arrangements to make
Okay,
the cooking.
great. I loved your answer. Now, what I did, I'm sorry. Again, my question is too stupid, but I want the answer. Okay. Now, what are the arrangements I did? What I did now? Okay. The washroom, what I'm having, I divided it into a small place like this in the washroom. Okay, like this. And I placed the same arrangements of kitchen here. Will you cook the food?
No,
No.
no.
Why? The same arrangements of stove, gas, and all the arrangements are done there. We don't. Because from our childhood, they fixed our brain with a set of rule that if you are cooking a food, this is your arrangement and you should cook here. And you cannot make this arrangement in washroom because that's a place where you have a different operations there. You cannot bring it there. This is a set of rule. This is a protocol which is set from my childhood, from my ancestors. Cooking have to be done. This is protocol. Similarly, In IT, when you're talking about IT communication happening, when information technology or any two devices communicating each other, you cannot communicate as you like, because for example, HP computers, okay, designed one laptop, Dell has designed one laptop, Lenovo has designed one laptop, Acer has designed one laptop, Apple has designed one laptop. Now Apple says, I'm the costliest laptop in this world, so I use a particular protocol, my own protocols for communication. Then Apple, when trying to connect with HP, it is unable to connect because it is using its own protocol. It will never happen. You then they said, Apple, Acer, who the hell are you? Whatever you design your own hardware. But the background communication between each hardware should happen with a set of rules which are already designed. You should not disturb that. Protocols have to be followed by everybody similarly. These are common protocols. What are they? Okay. You take Apple, you take Lenovo, you take Acer, you take what the vendor you take. Every vendor follows a one concept. The first concept is called they communicate using OSI layers. Okay, this is the first one. And each and every OSI layer is particularly designed with some protocols. You cannot cross the protocols. That is what we are going to see. Now, when we are going to see the protocols, set of rules 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, what I'm going to do it, okay? First, instead of I'm not taking 7, 6, 5, I'll come back. First, today we are going to see fourth layer protocol. Okay, there's a different protocol. First, we'll start with. In the protocols concept, give a heading fourth layer protocol. Fourth layer protocol. The fourth layer protocol, okay, my transport layer protocols are. There are two protocols which we majorly use here, which are our major, that is TCP and UDP protocols. TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol. Sorry?
Control protocol.
Okay, sorry. Great, good. User Datagram Protocol. These are the two protocols which we use in fourth layer. Very important. Transmission control protocol, user data, any communication, any computer, any mobile, any electronic device, anything communicating, initially it should start with the communication of TCP or UDP. Then only it can do anything. Okay. Let us see TCP today. Yeah. Your voice is breaking. What is it? Sorry.
చరణ్ గడని ఉంటాడు తెలుసా
Bro, you're talking to me. Okay, let us take the protocol. What is the protocol? TCP. We'll start TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. What is this protocol? Whenever you are talking about TCP, guys, there'll be a concept called handshake. Remember, this is a first tip you have to remember, handshake. And in TCP, there will be two handshakes. One is three-way handshake, and next one is two-way handshake. These are the two concepts. We'll see this today. Okay. What is a three-way handshake? What is a two-way handshake? Now, for example, take your computer. Okay, this is your computer. And you want to communicate with one server. Okay, some server. For example, you want to talk with a server, some server, Amazon server, or any one server you want to communicate. So what you do, from your computer, you take a browser or anything, you type hi. First, you send a message. Your computer will first send a message to the server. Okay, this is first one. The computer sending this server, this is called sync, S-Y-N-C, synchronized signal. Means your computer is requesting the server, hey bro, can we sync each other and communicate? That's the first request. If the server is already busy and occupied with somebody, it will not reply. But in case if it is free, it will reply back. Always when it is replying, we call it as acknowledgement, ACK. If any question, hi, how are you? Yes, I'm fine. How are you is my question. Are you fine is your acknowledgement to me. The question what I asked, you are replying. That is called acknowledgement. He will acknowledge stating this, yes, bro, I'm free. We can sync each other. That is acknowledge plus sync. This is a second title. It says I'm done. Next. From the sync, once then your computer will say, thank you. Acknowledged. I'm connecting with you. Give me some time. That is, there's a thing. Okay. There's a thing. 1 minute, guys. One minute. Yes. Sync plus acknowledgement. Acknowledgement means first your computer requested it. Hi, can we connect each other? Then the server is free and said, yes, I'm free. We can connect each other. Then he said, thank you. Once these three things happen, then your computer and these things will follow, open a channel. Okay, sorry, it came across. So like this. It open a channel, so it's already crossed, no issues. It will open a channel between them, communication. Why this is not joining? Yeah, it's fine now. A channel will open. Once a channel open, then your particular server will be connected to my computer. So then only the connection happens. So this initial case where it happened, this is called three-way handshake. Means the computer asking, can we sync each other? Then you're getting a reply and acknowledge. Then happens. Am I clear until here?
Yes, sir.
Now you finished your browsing and you want to disconnect with your server. Then you will just cross your things. Then automatically a signal will go from your computer to the server stating that, bro, I'm done with my work. That is called finish. Once you send a finish signal, this computer will send back, okay, acknowledged. I understood. Thank you. When it's acknowledged, automatically your computer will get disconnected and the channel will get removed. Am I clear? This is called two-way handshake. So to form a connection, you do sync plus acknowledge connection. Once you form the connection, then a channel will form. Once a channel is formed, you will get connected each other. And once you send a finish signal and acknowledge, the server replies back, automatically your all connections will get disconnected. Am I clear?
Sure.
This is your five-way handshake, TCP five-way. But you have to remember very carefully each and everything. Sync plus acknowledgement, finish. This is called TCP three-way handshake. Yes, good. Any doubts until here? Please draw the diagram and it will help you a lot. Channel, I'll talk, bros. I'll come there. What is channel? There's a session layer form. Channel means a bandwidth between you and the server, which where you two people can communicate each other. It's a bandwidth of your internet or something. Okay, I'll show you that when I create a session layer and everything. Okay. You can say channel in your language is a connection now. In a simple language at present, you can say it's a connection between your computer and server, which allows the communication to flow. Okay. Now, in this whole story, okay, this TCP three-way handshake is happening in transport layer. Why? Before this, there is nothing happening. No, there is a lot of story happening, which is called session layer. Okay. After session layer, I'll talk to you. There's a application. First, you will enter into application layer. You do some activities there. Then you come to the presentation layer. Then you do some I'll come tomorrow. I'll show you the flow of OSI layers, how the OSI layer flows, and why the transport layer is triggering TCP and UDP. Okay. Done. Any doubts? Is it all okay? The flow, everything, any doubts, anything like that?
It's clear.
Great. Okay. Slowly fix your minds for one more week. I'll be 40 minutes. And this week I'll complete one batch, that is in the first batch of 6:30. Then I'll push you people just 1 hour before. Then I'll be taking 50 minutes, max 50 or 1 hour. Whenever there's a heavy topic, I take. Which video you want me to explain now, or I can share the video to you? It is already sent to you. No? The video will be given to you. Always the things what I'm showing you, all these recordings will be provided to you in the Google Drive. Okay. Once reach Mr. Lokesh, he will share you all the videos. Okay. Done. Thank you guys. Catch you tomorrow. Bye. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.